Welcome, everybody, to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
We used to read Blood Horse magazine. I got my Keeneland.
Yes, Cuban B.
And I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what pays me. It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves get good. Yo! If you were
Yes. Welcome to the show. Joining me as always, you might know him as the Michelangelo of the crime, Michael Jordan. He's your favorite capper's favorite capper. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry the Sniper Spears.
Hey, don't rub on that. You block that. You understand? That's alpaca. That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rub on. Put the club soda on there.
Now, Barry, you actually sent me something this morning that to be considered another one, and it's also rug-centric, so maybe we just find all the rug-centric sound drops for you.
I think so. I think that's definitely what we should be doing, especially the one that I sent you today.
Yeah, going from blood on the alpaca to cools on the rug. So, yeah, it makes sense. How's it going, buddy? You having a good day?
Yeah, so far. Yeah. Just hanging in there, ready to see what Keeneland has to offer today.
Yeah, well, we got Junior Mafia popping up in the chat. Our boy Pope Jugs here says, yo, that Mortal Kombat machine is dope as hell. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
It turns on Thursdays.
on Thursdays? Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
During the long show, it's usually on, but that's only because I'm in here playing it.
Yeah. To that I say, toasty.
Exactly. Oh, man. I get my toasty on up in here.
I remember buying a magazine with all the secret combinations to do like fatalities and all that stuff, because it was like golden information.
This one actually has 1, 2, and 3 on it. Mortal Kombat.
Nice.
1, 2, and 3, yeah.
Yeah, two was where I cut my teeth. But anyway, it's Wednesday, and as is tradition, Barry and I offer you nothing but our best. That's right. It's time for Wednesday Best Bets, and we've dug through the Wednesday Keeneland card from the rooter to the tutor to find your very best plays at the very best prices. And this could be high confidence. This could be high odds. Or there could be a little bit of both. Why not both? All right, let's pull up some past performances. Both of these. There we go. Let's pull up some past performances. We're talking Keeneland Wednesday, the 8th of October, year of our Lord, 2025, a.k.a. today. Post time for the card is going to be 1 Eastern, 12 God's time, 10 a.m. specific time. And Barry, it looks like by virtue of how numbers work, I will be leading us off today. It's time to kick it off.
Yes. Get hype.
My play comes, dude. Yeah. Anytime someone gets punted like that, my play comes out of race 3, 8.5 furlongs. It's a $30,000 allowance race on the dirt. And I'm going to play a $20 win on the number 2, Me Dinero at 8-1, and a $5 exacta 2 with the 3-7. Lexington was forecast to get a pretty substantial amount of rain on Tuesday, which if you watched any horse racing yesterday, it seemed like everywhere east of the Mississippi was pretty well sloppy at that point, except for maybe Finger Lakes. But I think that this track might be at the very least rated good to start the day, perhaps. It means that this track would be in the process of drying out, and I've always regarded drying tracks to be speed favoring. And I've got what looks like lone speed in this spot with the number 2, Me Dinero at 8-1. The reason that this horse is likely so cold in the morning lines is due to the fact that this is a sprinter stretching out that has never won at the distance. However, with how I'm anticipating the track to play, this might play right into Me Dinero's hooves. With the inside post draw in the 2-hole, this one will probably need to flash that early speed to get clear and should hit the rail in the first turn in the lead and have the chance for Frank Arrieta to set soft fractions aboard Me Dinero. Stretching out isn't a strong angle necessarily for the trainer Carlos Munoz, but he's not exactly a 0% trainer with that angle. And if you look at the work tab for this horse, he's been putting up some strong times. Last work was 4 furlongs, and he came in with the second fastest work of the day before the last start at a sub 12-second clip at 47 4/5. He's had a race since that start, but it was a troubled trip where he didn't show much due to the trouble after checking. Speed figure in the last out sprint effort is very competitive in this spot, meaning that this biggest question for me, Dinero, will be the distance. The good news is that this one has a half sibling by the name of Lord Zed out of the mare Fully Equipped that has a win at a route distance. But to be honest, the pedigree doesn't exactly scream route races, except for surprisingly on the top line. Matoli's offspring hit well above the average with 4-year-olds with 18% winners, and that's above the 13% average of all sires. He also hits above average with dirt routes, winning 19%, which is, again, a 5% higher clip than the average of 14. And his progeny also win at 17% clip on wet dirt, just in case this thing is still a little wet. We got a little moisture hanging over. The average of all sires for wet dirt is 14. So the top line bodes well just in terms of production. If you look at who Me Dinero has been keeping company with, you see a whole lot of italics in the running lines indicating that this competition's won next out at high rates. If it looks like this one has exited multiple key races, given that the italics. So I'm playing that $20 win. I'm also going to play a $5 exacta 2 with the 3-7. If Me Dinero is up on the front end of this pace, having it all his own way, and the track is maybe a little bit wet as I'm anticipating, then I think that you don't have any deeper closers hitting the minor awards here. So I'm looking at the second wave with the first run horses. I'm going to use 2 horses of the 3 from that wave. The horse that projects to get an inside trip on the rail, and the horse that projects to be the widest of the 3, and omitting the horse that could be stuck in between those 2 and might blink first. And I'm going to use the chalk, the 3, Laugh Now, Cry Later at 7-5, as well as the Hawthorne Shipper, number 7, Batera at 6-1, who gets Tyler Gaffalione up in the irons, which is a big time upgrade for this horse. So that's it for me. Race 3, we got a $20 win on the 2, Me Dinero. We're playing the $5 exacta 2 with the 3 and the 7. Barry, did you have any thoughts on this sprinter trying to go long?
If it does rain, I think the horses that have a win on the wet track will probably take more money than they should. So that actually helps your price probably in this spot.
I agree.
But I don't know. I mean, have you seen any weather reports yet? I
just checked.
Curious. Yeah.
So it rained through 4 p.m. yesterday, and it's dried off since then. It's dry today. I think it's a little bit overcast, perhaps, if it's anything that's like here. Okay. Pope Jugs. Guys, know your ADWs and what things they're offering, because Twin Spires is offering 5 times points on Keeneland today. Thank you for that information, Pope Jugs. But, I went into this thinking that it could be a little wet. I might be wrong. It might be dry by this point, but we'll see. I've got plays just in case. Either way, I'm always going to take low and early speed, pretty much. So that made the decision for me. Barry, here we go. Race 7 is where you have your play. 7 furlongs, $12,000. Not winners of one something. I'm not here to read your fucking conditions. Allowance, and it's on the dirt. What are you doing here, Barry?
Yeah, it's a $120,000 allowance race, which is crazy to think about because not too long ago, 120,000 would get you a stake race. But here we are. I thought this race had the potential to be a little chaotic. The 3-horse, No What Ifs, is probably going to catch a lot of action, and rightfully so. This horse is pretty fast in comparison to the rest of these horses, but no cinch in this spot. I mean, 2-1 on the morning line is probably about right. This horse hasn't been out since June, so there's definitely a question mark there. And that being said, I thought the outside horse in my pick, number 8, Canal Street, has some potential here. I know this horse has been running in fairgrounds in state bred races, but ran in 2 state bred stake races worth $100,000. Ran really good in one of them, going a mile and 70, which would be the Crescent City Oaks. She ran really good that day after breaking the maiden, going a mile. I think this race sets up because there's enough speed, with the 1. The 3 should probably get involved early. The 5 will definitely get involved, and possibly the 6. So this horse could fall into a nice trip sitting behind those and be able to kind of finish races off on the cutback, because they were going a mile or over a mile, and cutting back might accentuate this horse's kick late. That's what I'm hoping for. Some good steady work since August 23rd. You'll see them there. There's 5 of them ending in September 26th. Nice 5 furlong work there. So I think this horse is fit and ready. It's just a matter of trip, and I think this horse can get it. Now, we're also going to play a $5 exacta underneath using the 3 no what ifs, who I think is pretty tough in this spot, but we're also going to use the 1 who's 20-1, Cervaro della Sala. This horse has some speed, and we'll get into the race early. Has a race that is competitive to these, and it's fairly recent, I guess, in August. The last race, they didn't really get a chance, and the horse just was off slow, never had a chance, was probably over their head that day anyway. This is, even though it's a higher purse, it's kind of a softer spot. And I think this horse can hang around. I'm not really sure if that horse could actually win, but I think this horse could hang around at a price, getting Louis Saez again, who did win aboard this horse at Keeneland last year, this year, April 11th. So I think that might go a long way here, but we're definitely going to play a $10 win bet on number 8 Canal Street and that $5 exacta 8/1-3 to the hoop. Stand in line after you bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Because you got to wait until.
No regular why they pay me.
Right. Especially when you go to the hoop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Here we go, guys. That's our picks for the day. But Barry, how do you feel about wrapping up picks?
I think we must.
Is mandatory. Here we go. I'm back to my original volume. Wednesday, Keeneland. I left the T. I left the T off of best bets, so it's just best bets, which is probably how that's how I pronounce it anyway. All right, race 3. I've got a $20 win on the number 2, Mi Dinero, and then we're playing a $5 exacta, yet another typo. 2 with the 3-7. Barry, I hope I fared better on your image here. Let's see. Go ahead, Barry.
Yes, so we're going race number 7 at Keeneland, $10 win bet on number 8 Canal Street, and a $5 exacta Canal Street over the 1 and 3 Cervaro de la Sala and the 3 horse no what ifs. So yeah, if we hit this is gonna pay pretty good. I think we're gonna get all of our prices here. So between mine and yours, I think if we hit one of these, if not both, we'll be in good shape for the weekend.
Yeah, I think if we hit on one of these, I think it will be enough to make not just me profitable, but the show profitable, which we consider sometimes because it's like the whole me and Tom Brady have 7 combined Super Bowl wins thing. You know, I got to lump myself in, but I didn't contribute at all.
He did.
Oh, well, Barry, what do you got going the rest of the day, buddy?
I don't know. I might actually dabble in bite the bullet and mow my lawn today instead of Friday, but we'll see.
I feel like every day you're telling me, man, I'm going to get out and mow that lawn.
Oh, it gets mowed. I mean, it does, but it's just, I'm kind of sniperish with it,
Yeah.
Like, I sneak up on the lawn. Never sees me coming. It hears me, but it never sees me coming.
It feels the vibrations in its foot like a train's coming,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for us here at the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And we will be back tomorrow with the Thursday Big Show. We're talking QE2 day at Keeneland on Saturday. And then we'll be doing Keeneland Best Bets on Friday as well. So make sure you check us out. Tomorrow we'll be live 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. God's time. And Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. God's time. Let's see. We got one more. Pope Jug says the old school Rays logo is so much better than the new one. Quick thoughts.
He's right. He's right about that. I like this one. Look at the one on the shirt too.
Yeah. They came out with fancy colors. I remember that. But anywho, that's going to be it for us. We are out. We will see you tomorrow. Let's find what we're riding out on.